All right, let's go. So I'll try to be instructive here because obviously my rating's 1595, so I'm going to win most of these games. So I'll try to be instructive of what I explained. So I'm going to start with e4. He goes knight e6. Now, as a beginner, when your opponent plays knight c6 or something, I do recommend you try to take the center as quickly as possible. So e6. So again, just standard development. I could bring this knight or this knight out. Okay, now he attacks the pawn. Let's guard the pawn. Anybody should be able to join if you remember the fan club. So we get d5 here. Tough situation here. I'm going to go e5 here just so that I keep the chain of pawns intact and I control more of the center. Knight e4 is an excellent move. I'm going to go bishop d3. So we're going to trade. I get double pawns, but I have a nice chain of 3 here. And I also have this nice bishop here on d3 spying the pawn on h7. Let's castle. Yeah. We've got a bunch of subs, you guys. We're right around, I think we have about 1,800 subs right now. Yeah, or no, sorry, 1,700 subs right now. Let's play rook e1 to prepare for f6 so I can trade and put pressure on the pawn on e6. If he doesn't play f6, he's got this bishop that's very walled in, so he'd love to trade, push, and open up the scope for the bishop. So the rook on e1 anticipates that, and now I'm going to go bishop f4 to overprotect against the pawn push so he can never open up this diagonal. And I should just be better here. So yeah, we keep going. No one is going to subscribe without ads. They're actually, you'd be surprised, you guys. People don't just subscribe for ads. They subscribe because they actually they like the streamer, they like the content they bring, and they want to support that content creator. So it's not purely about dodging ads. All right, so he goes knight e7. Now I'm going to go here, just trade the bishops and get a great knight here with an outpost in the center. I'm still spying the pawn on h7, so I'm doing very well. So let's keep going. I do think there probably will be ads at some point, if I had to guess, just because, you know, you got to make money eventually. So can I please play some ads? Well, I wish I could, you guys, but I can't. I literally can't play ads. I can't play ads, period. So we get queen e8 here. I think I'm going to go like queen g4, play rook e3, rook h3. Again, with this great bishop spying the pawn, I'm doing very, very well. Knight f5. Now I could just take, and I will, because now it's a good knight versus bad bishop. And this bishop is bad, this knight, we have a nice little bastion here. Can I pay more to watch ads done solely by you? Well, that's actually one of the big things that I think was mentioned recently, is that there was some sort of interview with the CEO of Kick, and he said something along the lines of they hope to be able to do that, where, like, say I get a sponsor which is G Fuel, I can manually implement the ads, so the ads you see are for G Fuel, for example, or like Gatorade or VG Juice or whatever that silly thing that Nadeshot did is. What's it, VG? Juventus? What? I don't even remember what it's called. But let's go rook e3 here, and rook g3 next move. I don't even remember what it's called, but at any rate, yeah. So like you could be able to do like your own ads manually. So I'm gonna go rook e3. I have rook h3, rook g3. Bring the other tower to the center. There's no checkmate because I just captured the queen. So let's see what we get here. With them getting a piece, I would actually be sick to integrate. I mean, I think that's I mean that's what they said. Now I'm going to attack the queen, force the queen back. I'm just going to bring my other rook in. I'm going to use both of these two towers here and win the game. The arena is ready, yeah. Let's go here, rook g3. I also might go queen h4 at some point. And basically the problem is that there are no open files, so this rook is very passive. So I'm going to go here. Now you see the two rooks are really, really powerful. I go here, and he's just got massive problems. I've got a double stack. I've got a great knight. All my pieces here are working in perfect harmony, and I should just be winning. I can take many ways. I'm gonna take with a knight just to keep the three pieces alive here, and basically it's GG because I go check, and now I have rook h7. King has no squares. It's game over. Let's keep going. Next game. All right, let's play e4 again. Just take basic center, take bits of the center here is what we're aiming for. Now he goes d5, so it's a little bit like the speed run. I'll take and play like knight c3 this time though. Oh, he goes knight f6. Okay, let's go here, trade some knights, active bishop on the diagonal. Okay, development castle, and then I'll worry about developing these queenside pieces once my king is out in the middle of the board. So he goes c6. Let's just castle here. Now I'll play d4. Now that I've castled the king, I want to get these two pieces in the game because everything else has been developed except for the bishop and the rook. Why do I have so many accounts? Most accounts are just for speed runs. The only accounts I use to play, or there's only one account that I use to play in tournaments. That of course is the Hikaru account, my main one. All the other accounts are for speed runs or when we do view arenas. Literally that's it. Or if it's part of the chess done quick where they're like bots or things like that. Now I'm gonna go c4 to take away the square from the knight here. Maybe I go bishop b2 to open up the scope on the diagonal, like here, and then push and then open it up. That's one idea. On the other hand, I also have this diagonal for the bishop, so it's actually a matter of like preference. Now because he's pushing this pawn, if I go here, he can attack the bishop and then move the knight, so I don't really want to put it on this diagonal. Also because if I go here, he can go here, and I don't really have any scope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bishop here, and I'm going to bring my rooks to the center of the board, probably on d1 and e1. Let's go here, probably rook e1 next move. I'm going to look to play d5, maybe queen e4, but we'll see what he does because he's got a lot of pieces that are not on ideal squares here. Goes a3. Now I'm going to play c3. It might look like a weird move. The reason I'm going to do it is because A, it supports the pawn, but B, it opens up the possibility of creating a battery on the diagonal. I can always move the bishop back and then create a battery somehow. So let's drop the bishop back. I want to keep the bishop here, and I'm looking to play rook e1 and open up the center. Maybe knight e5 is a move too. Do I think chess is a good future? Very hard to judge what the future of chess is online versus over the board. Not really sure. So I'm going to play knight e5 here and hit the pawn on c6. Let's go rook e1 here. Actually, I probably should put the other rook on e1 for the themes, but because the rook on c1 is doing nothing, whereas the rook could be on e1. I play on both files, and I go g5, which again, you generally don't want to push pawns in front of your king. I'm going to move the bishop back. So he's starting to push the pawns, but they aren't really doing a whole lot. Do you think I have a good future? Ain't no way. I don't know. Maybe if I analyze your games, I can give you a more professional assessment, but right now I don't know. So he goes h5, trying to trap my bishop with h4. No draw. Now I'm doing very well. So what I'm gonna do, trade his bishop and put the knight here. This is a move, but I'm attacking with 1 2 3. He's only guarding with 1 2, so it's a free pawn. Let's go check. Take, or should be a forced mate here. I think I just take and go mate in 1. Yeah. Do you think chess.com should have ranked in casual modes like in shooter games? A casual mode would be good for something like a view arena, actually. Yeah, for things like view arenas, there should be a casual mode, but the problem is, in general, the only way you can really assess whether you're playing well or badly, or not only way, but it's mainly wins and losses, and the rating is one of the ways that keep people like really interested and wanting to improve or not play. Oh, you're right, there is unrated. Sorry, you're right. I'm losing my mind. There is unrated. Yeah, there is actually just unrated. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. You're right. Yeah, I just forgot there's unrated chess. But the problem with unrated chess is exactly that, though. The problem with unrated chess is that, like, if I play unrated, let's just say I play against Daniel, there's a good chance if I play Daniel in unrated chess, I'll lose like 70% of the game, so I literally won't care. So the problem is, like, you need something that like gives the motivation or like makes it interesting. So he goes here. Now I could take the pawn, but I'm a little bit worried that he's going to play rook b8 or something, so I'll just put pressure on the pawn in the center here. Why do you care about rating? Because rating is ultimately the only way that you find that motivation online at the end of the day. If it's not like a competitive event, like when you play the Chess Champions Tour events where I play Magus, I don't care. Like, I try to win the match. I don't care if I lose 50 points in the process, but if I win the match, that's what matters. But most of the time when you play Blitz, there's no prize money on the line. So the rating is the way that you find the motivation. Now I think I'm attacking this with 1 2 3. So let's say he's guarding with 1 2 1 2. I win a pawn. Thank you for teaching us how to count. Nice. I'm gonna go here to put pressure on the bishop. Yeah, Yank Jeanette says thanks for teaching us how to count. You're very welcome. I'm just like your classic elementary school teacher who's here to help you learn the basics in life. I don't mind classical, but the commentary speak quality. Yeah, I mean, I'm just eating one of my typical Costco bars, Kirkland nut bar. It has like chocolate and some other stuff. Someone says, do I like cow piss water? It's okay. I mean, I haven't had it in a long time since I was last in Japan, really, but every so often if I can get it like one of the Asian marts, I will. Let's take with knight c7 check. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's focus on the chest. Okay. Let's get going. Sorry, bishop e6 played. I'm gonna go knight c7, queen guards tonight. I fork the king and the rook. Let's take the bishop here. I'm gonna play e4, open up the scope for the bishop here. Let's go check. And now I go e5 to win the knight due to the pin. Yeah. Now I just have an extra knight, so I just got a castle. Bring my pieces to the center of the board. Oh, I took the bishop instead of the rook because if I take the rook, I lose my queen. Okay, let's just go here, bring the rooks to the center of the board and keep going. And now I go check, fork the king and the queen. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, let's play e5 because this is another opening that a lot of people play frequently. Let's go knight c6 here. Let's play the Gucci piano. Goes knight c3. Now this is a very aggressive line. You can take on e4, which is what I would recommend, but this is very scary. You have to be very careful how you play. Now you're not supposed to take, you're actually supposed to play d5. So once I go d5, now I get the bishop active and I simply have one extra pawn here. Honor to play you, Hikaru. Thank you. No problem, Ali Stream. Hope you enjoyed the game. 92. That's a good move, actually. That's a great move. So let's trade the knights. I take, he gets ice skater, so let's trade again because of the opening he played here. He gambited a pawn, so in this position white has 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So because I have an extra pawn here, I'm happy to trade down. I won Arena Kings yesterday. I did. Let's go here, get the knight on c4, great hook with the pawn, and now I just trade down into an end game, and because I have one extra pawn, I'm +1. I should be winning. Goes queen f3. Let's go knight c4, hit the bishop. Hikaru playing pro chess this month. Heck yeah. I'll be playing Norway chess at the end of the month. I'll be playing the Champions Chess Tour, which is also pro chess, starting on May 22nd. So I do have a lot of chess coming up, which is why we're streaming so much right now, because I'm probably be taking like a full week off or a little bit more than a week to prepare for Norway chess, and also just to clear my head. So because of that, I'm gonna go here, queen e6, create the double stack on the open lane, and I should be winning here. So I will be taking some time off. PCL is next week, yes. Yeah, so I'll be taking some time off this month a little bit. 3 losses in a row. I love this game. I'm literally 400. Well, chess is very tough, but you know what's great about chess at the lower levels when you start? You can lose a bunch of games, but when something clicks, your rating will go up really, really fast. And that's all. I mean, that's also why chess is, I mean, so addictive too. Is that basically, like when you play the game, if your rating is 400, but something clicks, you'll go from like 400 to 1,000 very, very quickly. I'm gonna take. There are many ways. When knight b2 is also good, but I'm gonna go rook e2 here. So thank you so much. Just send me your packets for subscribing. Thank you so much. Just send me your packets. Appreciate it. Thank you for the subscription. Queen c1. Okay, let's just go h5, create some lift here. Yeah, knight b2 is good, but I want to basically just prove the theme. Just go here, fix the pawns. So what I'm saying is, I'm saying that if you're just starting out, like, and you're like really frustrated, the moment something clicks, your rating's going to go up by like 300-400 points, and that's going to get you really pumped and really psyched and really excited to stick with it. Now the problem here is that all the pieces are coming off the board, and because he gave up the pawn in the opening, if we do the counting again we have ichi ni san yon go roku shichi go roku nana, ichi ni san yon go roku shichi, or wait, ichi ni san go roku. Okay, let's play b5 here and play g5. I'm gonna go from there. So takes. I can just move the king over, and I have extra pawns here, so let's go king e7, bring the king up and win the game. I think I'll go here. I go in, and now he can't stop me. He checks, I take, and my king just gets around. I gobble all the juicers. Okay, resigns. Next game coming up. Man, how does Kick not have a Chromecast option yet? I assume because they're probably busy trying to get streamers over, probably the big streamers, to come over to Kick first. I assume that's probably what they're mainly focused on, if I had to take a guess, but I could be wrong. No, I didn't forget how to count, you guys. What happened was that basically the problem is in my mind when I was much younger and I learned the numbers. Like, I always did ichi ni san shi go roku shichi, but of course when I went to college and just in general, people don't usually use shi, and let's go bishop d6 here. So you use like different but you can say it both ways. Yeah, it's ichi ni san shi go roku shichi, but of course you can also ichi ni san yon go roku nana, so you can say 4 and 7 multiple ways. So that's why I was getting confused in my mind. I'm gonna play h6, stop him from going here to pin the knight. He stops me as well. We're playing a very symmetrical position, but now I'm gonna break the symmetry by playing c6 to build a chain, whereas he can't build a chain because the knight's in front of the pawn. Let's go here and rook e8. I'm gonna go here, maybe knight g6 just to activate the bishop. Let's go here. I want to bring my bishops into the game eventually, so I'll take with the queen. Go here, bring the queen, bring the rook. Very, very dry position right now, though. Very dry. Let's just take the bishop. Okay, so let's go g5 here, maybe bishop f5, maybe queen g6. Now I have the double op combo, which is just staring at the king side here. How do I get better in the beginning? Do you recommend books? I mean, I feel like honestly there's good stuff everywhere. If you were to ask me specifically, I'm gonna be honest, I think like the opening lessons you can do on chess.com, things of that nature, are actually all you really need. I think all these like courses that people are doing on Chessable and elsewhere, really it's overrated. That's my honest take. It's overrated. If you have a basic setup, that's all you need. And then just do tactics and more tactics. I mean, I can't stress that enough, that I think I think that at the end of the day, it's that is more important than anything else. I mean, I know everyone gets all gaga and rah about opening course and things, but that's not going to really change anything. It's all about tactics. Please play against Mayabot. What is that, like Maya Higa or something? I don't know what you mean by that. We get knight a4. Okay, I'm going to bring the knight in here. Tactics are basically puzzles, but I would not recommend Puzzle Rush itself. Just doing basic puzzles. Let's go here. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example later. Is this Harry Belafonte? It is, yes. He died the other day, right? Okay, I'm gonna go here. I want to go bishop g4. Again, all my pieces are aiming at his king side here. The knight is really good. Bishops are both good here. Queen is good. So he blunders and I'm winning. Puzzle ratings are not accurate elo because of course when you do puzzle you know there's a solution. Actual game you don't know there's a puzzle, so it's kind of different. It's just how it goes, you guys. There's a Maya bot rated 2050, but she plays above her rating. I could play Maya bot later. We could take a look. Sure, we could take a look. Let's go e6 here. Played Nimzo Indian. Like when I was growing up, you guys, I played very limited openings. I had like a couple of openings and that's all I played until I was master. Yeah, I mean the problem is like opening courses, they're only teach you where to put the pieces, and knowing where to put the pieces does not actually develop the other parts of your game. That's the biggest reason that I think when people assume you can buy all these opening courses and it's going to get you like you're going to get really good, you don't actually learn anything other than basic piece placement setups and some basic ideas in the opening. Now to get to a certain level, of course it's going to help you out, make no mistake about that, but it doesn't teach you how to play the middle game or how to play the end game. I haven't actually looked at Levy's Chesley thing. I actually have no idea what it is, but just in general, I think you know you can't really teach tactics. I mean you just can't. So I'm gonna go here, rook e8. I control the square, no knight jump. I can still jump with my knight. My bishop on b7 is controlling the square on e4, so down the road I can jump with the knight. He has a very passive bishop here, which is walled in behind the pawns. So I'm probably going to move my knight here, try to open up some diagonals down the road if I can. Yeah, I mean, because it's like again, you need to understand the concepts. Like a perfect example, I mean, I mentioned it before, was I played D Gukesh in the in one of the online chess champion tour events earlier this year, and he surprised me in an opening. He played this very unusual pawn push on the edge that confused me, and it was a very good move. Computer thought it was a great move, but he didn't understand the concepts behind it. He just saw the computer evaluation and it said it was good for him, and then of course in the moment when he's trying to figure out, he's not 3500, he doesn't know what to do, and he fell apart and lost very quickly. So even at the top level, it's very easy to lose control. Now I could take the knight, which I should just take it. Yeah, I mean, even at the top level it happens where it's like you look at something with the computer, it's like, okay, it says it's better for white, I'm gonna play it. But if you don't understand, of course the computer can't tell you why it's good, then there are problems. I'm gonna play the classic Trojan horse sacrifice here, where or the Greek gift, where I sack a bishop and I go in for the kill with knight g4. So in general, yeah. Cough ding. Well, yeah, I mean ding actually kind of proved that a lot. He got it where they were just playing chess against Nepo, and yeah, it's what it is. Although I mean I'm kind of surprised that Nepo is so salty. I mean I get why he's so salty, but it's a little surprising. Let's just GG next move. Also, why rapid blitz are more entertaining, it brings out the human element. Yeah, I'm just gonna play my basic setups here with my my Nimzo Indians. Was Jan's interview particularly salty? Well, the tweet that he put out was like very salty for sure. I mean, mind you, as I said before, like I give him some degree of a pass just because I'm sure he's completely burned out. He thought he should win and everything else, and the emotions are running high, so I do give him a pass. But yeah, it's what it is. I'm going to fianchetto the bishop here to put pressure on the knight and the pawn. Hikaru, I just want to tell you, people love you not because you played chess good, it's because you have an incredible personality. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I don't know if you want to, there's certain subreddits, if you told them that, they would like lose their mind because they think I'm the worst person that's ever walked the face of this earth. But at the end of the day, I do appreciate it, so thank you so much. Let's just castle, and great hair, of course. Yeah. Let's go here, trade the knights. Let's just take, yeah, he's spent 4 years chasing the title. I'd be salty too. Yeah, I mean, again, considering how soon it all is, I don't really blame Nepo for being salty, but he should take some time, probably just like take a little bit of a break, try to relax a touch. So yeah, I mean, our chess is the worst. Yeah, tell me about it. I thought it was crazy the other day. I saw a post on our chess, and basically someone on there was saying that like I shill crypto scams and other things, and I was like, I mean, there have been people in chess who've like shilled crypto scams, but it certainly wasn't me. So I thought it was crazy to see that someone actually said that, because they magically assumed that because someone did that, it had to be me. Thanks so much to Gustav for the subscription. Thanks so much to Gustav. Let's go rook c7 here and play like h5 h4. Okay, this is a mistake because if he takes the knight, he loses. So he has to take with the pawn, compromising his king side a little bit. Now, it's not the end of the world, but I'm going to play e5 and try to play against the pawns on the queen side here. Takes, I take back. No, actually, that's not what people are referencing. There was a... Well, let's not get in. I don't want to get into it. I don't need some new random drama out of nowhere where someone accuses me of saying something bad about Botez. So... no need for it, but yeah, people know what we're talking about. So let's go rook d8 here. Pressure on the center of the board here with these rooks. Knight is weak, pawn is weak, and I'm gonna go here, try to bring my pieces in. I could have done a double stack or a triple stack, but we'll see what we get. Goes queen a2 now. I'm gonna stack the two towers. This pin is very, very effective. I'm gonna go rook d3 to hit the queen, and now I can line up the legendary triple stack as well. Like, look at this triple stack, massive triple stack. I can just take and take. He gets a pawn, and I'm gonna go for a hook here. I'm gonna try to hook him with h3 and get a checkmate on the edge of the board. Go here. Maybe I can get a lolly with queen e2, queen f3. Maybe I can get a lolly mate. Chances Dubov ever becomes world champion, I would say extremely unlikely. Let's go here, try to lolly him on g2. Let's go here, take and queen g2. Nepo's tweet doesn't read as salty to you. I mean, it's definitely salty. Like, just knowing Nepo, it's 100%. It's like, I mean, luck basically is the reason I lost the game 4. That's what he's saying. When he says he's saying random luck, he's basically saying blind luck is the reason he lost game 4. If I take, there's no lolly, but I do have an ice skater with queen d1. Yeah. No, I mean, he's basically saying blind luck is what, you know, blind luck, a couple moves in game 4 is the reason he lost the match. Let's play d4 c4. Again, we're trying to be explanatory, I think. So I'm gonna try to play main openings. Let's just take and go knight c3 here, develop quickly, or get a big white center with e4. I mean, I don't think unprofessional is the way of putting it, you guys. I think that's a little bit too harsh on Jan. But I think what I would say is that Jan should just like avoid anything for like a week, probably. Just avoid anything for a week, and then like reset, like just wait for everything to sort of pass a little bit, and then start talking. Because I think it's like in the heat of the moment, even a couple days after, he's obviously going to be like, he's not going to be in the right frame of mind. So I'm playing e4 here, and I've got a nice center here. I can play queen a4 check, and I will play it. Okay, now I think here I'm going to take, and I'm just going to continue to build my big white center. Look at these pawns. They're just massing up the board. I can even go e5 here, and I've got massive space. He's got like a bad king, bad knight. I'm going to go here to stop the knight from jumping. Maybe even h3 at the right moment. Let's go h3, attack the bishop. I can actually take if I want. I can also take. Bishop c5, I think I'll just take and go here. So now I hit the knight. I'm going to take and castle in a second. Yeah, let's just take, castle the king, and I mean, you just look at this position optically, and you'll notice that he's got this king and the two rooks. If he could magically castle the king to c8 and rook d8 or king side, he'd be fine, but this is not Fisher random, and the king has already moved, so he's in very, very bad shape. Take, threaten the ice skater. I think I can go e7. I can even just take and push p. Again, no development. The kings and the rooks are just terribly placed. I guess I'll go here. I want to just push e6. Yeah, I just start pushing p. I'm just going to trade off the knight so that he loses the one last active piece, and then he can't really stop the pawns. So we just take, and again, I mean, these two pawns, very hard to stop two pawns which are one square away from queening. Let's go here. Just keep pushing P. I think I can even just keep pushing. It's gonna take, I don't even care. I mean, look at these pawns. These pawns are going down the board so fast here. It's almost like you can't stop them. That's what's even better about this. Go here. Yeah, he literally can't stop these pawns. Let's go back. I can still queen whenever I want. So offer the trade because I can still queen the pawn. Now I'm going to bring my king in if I can, slowly but surely. He does go there. Okay, so now I queen, we trade. And now this should be a win. I think I go check. I trade the rooks here. I assume this is winning, right? One, two, three, four. And now I bring the queen back, and this is just winning. Oh, let's play a French defense here. Why do your parents name you Hikaru? Does it have a meaning? Yeah, all Japanese names have a meaning. It just means like light, and of course everybody knows of Utada as well, so it's a pretty common Japanese name. So it's castle. Oui, monsieur. Oui. D'accord. Okay, let's play f6, probably bishop f5 next move. Activate the bishops here. Very, very nice b shops. And now I just want to bring the knight in and finish the development here. Go here, activate the knight, try to put a knight on. I guess I'll go here, knight f4 right away, maybe. Let's go here, put the knife here. As you can see, all my pieces are kind of massing near his king a little bit. Now I took with the knight because the bishop is always spying the pawn. So I'm gonna go here, so if he ever plays here, I can slide the bishop back. So he trades, I'll take. Let's go here, pressure on the knight, pressure on the pawn. Do I like any sports other than chess? You mean for playing or what? Yeah. Go rook e8. I'm just gonna play this thematically with queen f7. I guess I'll go bishop to h7 here. If we get g3 here, I guess I'm gonna play bishop back, target the pawn on h3. Chat turned into a Q&A. What do you mean? I'm stuck on Maya. Okay, maybe we'll play Maya bot later, maybe. Let's trade now. I guess I'll go g5 here and attack the knight and then take on d3. Let's take the pawn. What's my favorite Star Wars movie? That's actually a good Q&A question. Favorite Star Wars movie? I mean, the new movies were not great. They were, I mean, I'll tell you, I'll give you guys a hot take. You want a hot take? If the Jar Jar Binks character was likable, I would actually probably rank the Phantom Menace very highly. If the Jar Jar Binks character was not so annoying, I would actually rank it very highly because I think the storyline was quite good. I mean, I like Qui-Gon Jinn. Young Obi-Wan was pretty good. But Jar Jar Binks just made it impossible. I think if not for Jar Jar Binks, the Phantom Menace would actually rank really highly. Now, if I look at the other movies that I'm only talking about the 6 movies because the new ones are, frankly, not they're what they are. as we say. Or no, more importantly, I should say the new movies speak for themselves. But as far as the original 6, so I can't say the Clone Wars. I think Clone Wars, like, there are a lot of problems just in general. I mean, Clone Wars, like the scenes in Coruscant were pretty good flying. I didn't dislike, but Hayden Christensen also not fantastic in it. There are other problems with like Revenge of the Sith and the order of, like, you know, Princess Leia and Luke being born, and some of the dialogue that sort of is inaccurate if you look compared to the first 3 movies that were made years earlier. So I would have to say my personal favorite is probably, I mean, I don't want to sound cliche, but probably I would say it's probably, I mean, it's probably just Return of the Jedi, honestly. That's what I would say. Yeah. So we get the Trumpowski here. The problem with the Trumpowski should be very accurate to not end up in a lot of trouble. So I'm gonna play D6 here. That's not a hot take. I mean, isn't Return of the Jedi generally, or is it usually Empire Strikes Back that's rated higher? Good night, C6. I mean, Revenge of the Sith was not, I mean, yeah. Let's go here. Empire is considered the best. Okay, I get them all confused. Empire is that the one where they're fighting in the on the ice world, Hoth? That's the one where they're fighting in Hoth, right? That's the one where it's like, yeah, they're fighting, they start fighting in Hoth, and then like Luke fights his I am your father one at the end. Okay, because they all kind of blend together at some point. But yeah, the Empire's where, yeah, where Luke is fighting Vader at the top of, what is that city? It's the one with Lando Calrissian. Yeah, okay, let's go B5 and C4 here. Yeah. It's Cloud City. Yes, Cloud City, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, I would say, I mean, I think if I have to look at them, I think Phantom Menace could have been I do think Phantom Menace could have been the best one if not for Jar Jar Binks. I do believe that quite strongly, because I mean, there are a lot of aspects and components to like the Phantom Menace that I really liked. There are a lot of things that I really liked. A lot of things that I really liked in the original in the Phantom Menace, but again, so many things were just like, yeah. Darth Maul was amazing. Actually, speaking of Darth Maul, I was playing Fortnite last night. I noticed there's a Darth Maul like space on the map, or like a something. I don't know what it is exactly. There's something. I had a giga crush on Natalie Portman, so Phantom Menace is good. Well, okay, thank you for that. So, all right. Was Jar Jar Caribbean? Very funny. Yeah, it's very funny. Hardcore Blitz. We already played a lot of Blitz. I got my rating up to 3245. So my rating is actually on a roll right now. I take the knight, I castle, play rook e8. I'm doing very well. Actually, he's moving his king wildly here. So his king is like wildly going up the board. So I'm just going to castle here. What's my take on Star Trek movies? Okay, so Star Trek is tricky, of course. I would say that I don't know the titles by heart. I will say that. I mean, I have watched all the Star Trek movies, but I don't like literally have them memorized by heart. So the titles are going to probably be a little bit off. But I would say that okay, I mean, the Wrath of Khan I thought was pretty good. It's going to take me a while to remember all the storylines from them. I mean, I feel like what was there's the one where the last one was Shatner and Picard, which I thought was pretty good. The one where they're like fighting on a bridge or something and there's like a missile. I can't remember what the title's called, but yeah, it's the one with it's the last movie that Shatner's in. It's basically like a handoff from Shatner to Picard. So I don't remember what it's called, but that one I thought was it's called Generations. Okay, I thought that was pretty good. There's the one in San Francisco that is that the same one? No, the one in San Francisco is a different one, right? The San Francisco one I thought was pretty cool too. This is a fork, I win the queen. The The one where they're in San Francisco and they just saved the whales or something, and I remember that one I thought was pretty good. That might actually be my favorite. That might be my personal favorite, actually. Voyage Home, yeah. Like, again, they all get mixed up in my mind because I haven't watched them like a gazillion times, but yes, that might be my favorite. So let's play a D4 and Bishop D3 here. I have watched The Expanse, yes, but I don't think there's a new season, is there? Let's go E4 and just play in the center of the board here, basically. So he's put all these pawns on the 6th rank, so there's no quick development to attack either of these pawns with these pawns being pushed. I can trade the knights. I can keep them on the board. I'll play Bishop B5 here. Oh, The Expanse was canceled? Ah, okay. I thought The Expanse was pretty decent. Pretty decent up to a point, but then like all sci-fi things, at a certain point they lost the thread of where it was supposed to go. Like when you have them landing on another planet and it starts getting really wacky and wild, it starts going the wrong way. It's the same thing as there was another show, the 100, which was the same thing. The 100 was the same thing, where it's like the 100 was really good. You got like really pumped, and then sure enough, it's like literally they blow up a planet and they end up on another planet. It's like what's going on here? Even I mean, why are you doing this? Okay, I'm gonna play Rook AD1, maybe B3 next one, maybe Rook FE1. Whoa, thanks so much to Damio Niffy for the 5 gifted subs. Thanks so much to Damio Niffy. Thank you for the 5 gifts. It's appreciated. Stargate was great. I love Stargate. That was one of my personal favorites. I thought the difference between Stargate and the other shows was that in Stargate, I actually thought the acting was pretty good. I thought like the acting, the originality of like the whole storyline, I mean just the Egyptians and everything was incredible. Play Bishop G3. Let's go Queen out. Oops, I meant to go Queen out through. What was that, mouse? I meant to go here and hit the pawn, but it's still fine. So no, Stargate I really like. Stargate was amazing. But although Stargate the last few seasons kind of weren't great. Like its first like 7 seasons were amazing, then the last couple were just not quite the same. Yeah, not quite the same. Go Rook E1 here. But those first like 6-7 seasons of SG1 were incredible. Let's play H3 here and go Bishop E5. Oh, is that when Richard Dean Anderson kind of stopped being in the episodes? Yeah, that's probably why it went downhill, because MacGyver decided he had enough of outer space. All right, now I played H3 so that I can play Bishop E5 here, and there's no Knight G4, but he puts the Rook here, allowing me to hit the Rook, so I'm gonna go Knight E5 and hit the Rook anyway. And I can go Bishop H4 to pin the tail on the donkey. The knight can't move without losing the Rook, and it's starting to look really good. I go here, pressure on the knight and the Rook. Goes H6 now. I can take. I think I just take the juicer. Free pawn here. Why not? Knight and Bishop looking very good. You think old movies have a better story? Yeah. Andromeda Strain. There's also a show though, right? Which was another one of those Gene Roddenberry's, like Andromeda. The show with Hercules, I think. Let's go Knight H4, Knight F6. There's some Andromeda series I remember watching years ago. Let's play D5 and D6. I'm playing Knight F6 here. So I'm gonna get a pass pawn here. Go Knight F6 and takes. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo, was he Hercules? He was Hercules, right? He was. Now Queen D7. Now I'm going to go for the Rook lift to create the classic right triangle checkmate on the edge of the board. Okay, now I go here and I hit him with the right triangle checkmate. All right, let's play E4 here. I'm going to take it a little bit more simplistically because yeah, I've been kind of randomly not talking about chess. Let's take and go Knight C3. Kevin Sorbo also became a huge Trump conspiracy theorist. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, like I'm so old that I remember watching those shows that now frankly are just so outdated, but like watching like watching Xena and those sorts of things, like it's just too funny. Let's go H3, stop Bishop G4 here. But yeah, Yeah, Xena and Hercules, like I'm so old that I remember watching those on like TV, which I don't know what that says about me exactly. Let's play knight c3 here. I guess I'll go bishop d3 here so that I can move the bishop back, and now I just kick the pony out of town with a3. Don't hate on Xena. No, I mean it's just funny that those are the shows that I watched when I was young. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna kick the pony out. The question is, where do I want to put the bishops and the rook, because these three pieces aren't in the game. Now my intuition says that I should probably put the bishop on f4 g5. I can also play rook e1 first. I can also kick the knight. I feel like I want to delay this as long as possible until I finish my development, so I'm gonna go here. Now I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna kick the knight, but I'm just gonna delay it as long as I can. Goes to h6. I'll drop the bishop back, keep pressure on the pawn on h6. I guess you were a giant Smallville fan. Yeah, I love Smallville back in the day as well, of course. But that's probably just because the eye candy was let's just say very nice. I'm gonna go bishop e3 here and play like rook d1. Yeah, I can play rook d1. I can also go rook e1 here. I'm gonna go rook e1 to put pressure on the pawn on e7. Then again, actually though, didn't like a bunch of people from Smallville go to jail? Like didn't like at least like 2 or 3 of the main cast members go to jail? One of them was involved with that, like that sex cult, and then another one was like selling drugs or something, right? Yeah, like I think at least like 2 or 3 of those guys went to jail. It's like, let's play a3. Now we kick the knight back, and I'll play like rook d1 here. Yeah, MVX or NXV or whatever it was called, but yeah, go knight e5 here. My god. Let's go bishop f4, put pressure on the diagonal. I can take the pawn, play bishop a4. That's why to the 3,000 you guys are watching on this fine Thursday afternoon, this is why I'm really enjoying Kick a lot more than Twitch, because there's a lot less trolls. It's much more of like a actual genuine conversation and interaction. So big shout out to all you guys who are watching. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Let's play queen f3, put pressure on this diagonal here. I mean, both of them were good looking, but obviously, obviously I thought Kristen Kruk was ridiculously hot. Let's play bishop takes h6, take the knight, put pressure on the rook, and put pressure on the pawn on f7 here. And I should be doing very, very well. He requested a draw. Indeed, he did request a draw. Now I can go back, I can trade. Again, there are many ways to win, but I think for players who aren't super strong, I probably can't do pure calculations. I'm just going to trade and play this position where his pieces are not developed here, so I'm happy to trade off pieces. So yeah, I've got a great position. All his pieces are just not in the game, and his king is a little bit open here. I can attack it. Am I still watching Beef? I didn't finish it. I'm in the final episode of Beef, but it took a very dark turn in the last episode. A very, very dark turn in season 9. So yeah, I was actually really enjoying it, and like episode 9 kind of started going the wrong direction. No, I'm not spoiling it, you guys, but I was really enjoying it. It was like all fun and games. And episode 9 took a really dark turn. Also, speaking of that, so I saw people on my YouTube channel. They were actually telling me, they were saying they were saying that basically I look like David Cho. Basically I look like David Cho, except I have my life together. So if David Cho had his life together, he would look like me. I don't know if I believe that or not, but I saw some people saying that. Let's go here, and now the knight stops the pawn. Pushing, I can play queen h6, checkmate. Go check. Let's go check. I'm gonna play d5 to open up the file here if I can. b5. I can take on c6. I guess I'll just take on b5 here. You spell it C-H-O-E. Yeah, not even close. Okay, I just saw people on YouTube saying it. Let's go check and trade. Huh. Okay, I misplayed this, but I'll still win. I mean, everybody says I look like Randall Park. That's the obvious one. I mean, I've heard that like a million times. People say that I look like Randall Park. Go king f1 here. The knight is trapped, so I just take. Top 5 movies. I don't know if I have a top 5 movies necessarily. Play e4, knight c3. Went from 400 to 1600 in 2.5 years playing online. 37 years old, running a startup, so not a lot of time. Is 2000 a realistic goal to reach before the big 40? If your rating is 1600 online, that's about, like, I would say give or take about 1300 over the board based on chess.com's ratings. I think 2000 is definitely realistic in the next 2 years. I think somewhere around 2000 2200 is where there's going to come a point where you hit a wall, though. I can't stress that enough, where you're going to hit a wall and it's like you don't improve for a while. And I think 2000 is realistic as long as you have some sort of basic methodical plan of like using that time. And obviously, since you're completely insane and run a startup, and you probably know how to budget your time. So yeah. Okay, I 95 d4 bishop c4 and go from there. Yeah, let's play d4, guard the knight. No, I mean, anybody who runs a startup is insane, because of course that means you literally are working like 15 hours a day, or you're a pure workaholic because you have to be, otherwise your business is going to fail. So like you probably know how to budget time. I'll say that if you run a startup, you probably know how to budget every hour of the day for the most part. Let's go knight c4 here. I could take the bishop, but I'll play knight c4. Yeah, isn't it being a streamer running a startup? Yes, except being a streamer is different, because honestly, for the most part, I mean, well, maybe I'm wrong on that, but I feel like, and again, I've never really been involved with startups, so I can't, I mean, this isn't like from personal experience, but I feel like for the most part, when you get involved with startups, usually it's different, because like there's a different kind of responsibility. Like if I fail, for example, as a streamer, yes, for my life circumstance, it could be very bad, but it's not like I'm actually like screwing over people who've put millions of dollars into a startup. Whereas like the responsibility is different. So if I mess up, yeah, it can be a shame and everything else, but that doesn't mean that like I've actively cost people millions of dollars. Like it's just my own like self-responsibility. But when a startup goes busto, there are people who have lost millions of dollars along the way. So it's much different, I think, in terms of the like general responsibility. Let's go rook e1 and bishop e5 here. Because like if you don't make it as a streamer, yeah, I mean it can be very difficult, and obviously you have bills and other things that you can't necessarily pay, but you can always look for a job. I mean, you can always go flip burgers at McDonald's. Like it's just a little bit different, I think. I just feel like you don't have much to lose. Like even if personally it can affect you, you know, you're not losing millions of dollars. So like if a startup goes busto, investors have lost millions of dollars, and there are going to be people who are going to be actively pissed at you, unless they don't care and they're angel investors and have billions of dollars or whatnot. But still, okay, I'm gonna go here, bishop c3, and I'm gonna put pressure on this diagonal. I'm gonna go b3, guard the pawns, and play bishop c3. Why can't you go flip burgers if your startup fails? Of course you can. I'm gonna play rook here and bishop c3 and d5. Okay, that hangs a pawn, but for the themes, I'm just gonna go here and jump with a pony. A lot of pressure. Queen f5, good move. I'm gonna take, jump with the pony, and I get this great bastion here on d6 where I hit all the pawns. What advice can I give to a beginner of streaming? I mean, I would say the same advice that I've always said, which is if you're trying to become a streamer, I mean, it probably applies to anything almost, frankly, but if you're trying to be a streamer, like there's one thing that's more important than anything else, which is just go into it because you have a passion for something and you love it. Don't go into it looking as like, I'm gonna be successful, become a millionaire, and all this other stuff. So I think a lot of people, when they see it, the motivations are a little bit sus these days. Like I think people see it and they think, well, like, okay, you see Ninja or you see Shroud or whomever it might be, and it's like you see these people who are wildly successful without realizing that so many people fail along the way. And in that sense, it's very much like a startup. But yeah, I think if you do it for the passion, you just see where it goes. That's probably the single most important thing. So I think people assume the viewers are like, you know, you have the classic, like they're little kids, they're not smart, blah blah blah, all the ridiculous stereotypes. And I think people just sort of underestimate the viewer. They think they're stupid, and they aren't. Like they can see through it. Like if you're not genuine and you're just hoping to get, like, you're hoping to become like really rich and make money, and that's how you view it. I mean, people will see through it. They will. Let's go check and play a6 here. Yeah. Okay, next game we're playing Ali Stream once again. I feel like at this level against these players I should be playing things of this nature. What did Levy do? Levy was a coach, and Levy actually quit streaming on multiple occasions prior to the massive boom. Like, he just gave up on it twice. So yeah, I mean, it's not easy, that's for sure. We're gonna get the Catalan here. I'm gonna play a standard line that I think a lot of people would play. Just castles, take the pawn, and develop here. Play a6 and b5 here, and Fion Keto the bishop. Let's go b5 here. Go here, and knight d7. Well, the reason that you have to basically treat it like that is because you don't get success overnight. Like, I mean, even for like myself, and I'm a very unique example, because like the first stream I ever did, I had 900 people watching me. But you know, like, even when I had 900 people watching, that's not enough automatically to make a career out of it. Now, I was very lucky, make no mistake about that many people watching, obviously, from chess and everything else. You know, I had that name recognition, but nonetheless, like, that's what I had to start. Most people, when you start, you have maybe like 20, if you have some kind of recognition, maybe like you start with like 10 to 20 viewers, and it takes forever to grow. So if you think about it from that perspective, versus like me started with 900, even 900 not being enough to like make it as a streamer professionally, like you have to treat it as something that's going to take a year, 2 years to be successful. And so that's why, like, a lot of people who get in it, I think they think, well, you just boot up your stream, you just, like, it's going to be easy, I'm going to get 1,000 viewers, make money quickly. I think a lot of people don't realize how difficult it truly is. Now I'm going to trade some knights here, because his bishop is maybe better than my bishop. So that's why, like, yeah, the most important thing, I think, is just to make sure that you're doing it for the right reason. And then you try to hope your content's good enough, you hope people enjoy it, and go from there. But I think a lot of people who've like gotten, I would say, like, who've tried to stream chess in recent times, I feel like I feel like a lot of people who tried in recent times, it's like they see what like myself or Botez or Levy do, and they think it's like it's really easy to be very successful. And it's just, there's so much that goes into it, like the hours and hours that like all of us put in during the heart of the pandemic. It was immense. Let's play bishop takes c5 here. Okay, so I've got a good position here. I've got rooks in the center, good bishop, but he's got a very good position too. He's got a nice little op on b2. I will trade and drop the juicer back, guard against a checkmate. Very even position relatively. Oh, we're playing an arena right now, and then we're going to cover the Olympic esports series, which is going on. Plays h4, another good move, by the way. I'm going to make a check here. I can play h5 and go queen d5. I think I'm going to play queen d5, maybe f5 somewhere here to kick the queen out. I have a friend who's getting to stream. He started with 2 to 3 viewers, and he's 6 months in, and he's getting 50 viewers now. Nice. Very nice. Go queen b7 here. But yeah, the main thing is just like do it for the right reason. Do it because you really have a passion for some game or chatting or whatever it might be, and don't look at it as something where it's like you have this huge expectation of like getting rich. That's a good move. I'm gonna play rook c5 here. That's a blunder, because now he can't guard the rook because the g4 square is covered, so he's losing due to the right triangle. What rating do you have to be to teach a beginner? Well, there are coaches I know in New York City, you guys, who are like 1,600 rated over the board, so roughly like 1,900, 2,000 online, who actually teach chess in like New York City, and they make like $125 an hour. So there are people there are people that I know who yeah, who are like 1,600 level, and they make 125 bucks or more an hour in New York City. So let's go e6 and play the French here. Let's go d5. So I'll play knight f6 here and hit the pawn on e4. I can move the knight back to d7. No, Levy is not 1,600, you guys, but yeah. Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna play knight d7. I'm gonna play c5 classic French here, build the central pawns. Let's go knight c6, develop my pieces. That's a bit too expensive. Well, you know, money grows on trees in New York City. If you've never been there and you go there, you'll notice the price of a lot of things are kind of more expensive than if you're in Des Moines, Iowa. Let's trade. He's got double pawns. Pawn is a little bit loose here on e5. Go queen c7, just take a pawn. Let's look at rook b8, put pressure on pawn on b2. go a5, try to trade off the pawn here. He's like, I want to go here, but the pawn is stopping me kind of. So I think I'm gonna go here and now I stop him from castling with this knight's bishop, because if you look at this position, there's no other diagonals for the bishop. Bishop has no other square, so a6 is very good. Let's go bishop c4 here to try to win the pawn, and I'm gonna castle and play f6 somewhere. I want to open this up a little bit. Why is this account so low rated? Because it's a new account we created specifically for streaming on Kicks. I of course had a account which was GMHikaru on Twitch, but we're not on Twitch, we're on Kick. So we're doing it via arena. I'm gonna take with a rook here, maybe rook g6, rook f8, maybe knight e5, maybe queen a7. Takes, I'll just take back. Now I've got a great pawn structure. He's got a weak three pawn islands here. All these pawns are weak. I can build more center with e5, big black center. I've got a nice center here. I'm gonna go here, stack the two towers, threaten to go rook f1 and mate soon. Kick has been great. Oh, I blundered knight e4. I blundered that. Whoops, because it's a check. Careless, but I'll still win the game. But let's see. This might take a little bit of work now, perhaps. Wow, okay, let's go here. But now I have knight g4, and now there's some problems because of mate threats. And now I go here, and just like that, he's very close to losing. Oh, he's got queen e1, which I missed. I guess I'll go here and queen h5, go for the mate. I'm gonna just play h5 h4, just attack him like a barbarian. Goes knight b4. I guess just take. I mean, this looks so close to winning. I think I'm gonna go here. I have queen c7 or some tricks. Yeah, let's go here, threaten this. Now I block, I hit the rook, I hit the pawn as well. Will there be commentary of my games in Norwich on our channel? Yes, there will be, you guys. And then I'm just gonna go here, sidestep, because I still have knight g4 somewhere in here. Go here. Goes queen e1. Again, this looks so bad. I'm gonna go here, keep an eye on the pawn. I'm threatening to lobster pincer him on the H file. Maybe even rook f5 as a move here. I think it's very fancy schmancy, but it probably works. I think he's just, isn't he just ice skater, or not ice skater, lobster pincer in the corner? I take. Oh, I should have checked first actually, but go check. Probably still winning, but I should have checked first. Check. Huh. What am I doing here actually? Let's see. So if I mean, this is probably, I'm actually losing this game, but I'll win on time. I missed mate in 3. Yeah, there's a queen h2, queen h1 or some trick. Yeah, there's some trick that he missed. I don't know why I played queen h6, but okay, we got the win. Hammer has top 10 enunciation. Yeah, so we're going to be covering the Olympic esports series next with the legendary speedrun. I saw someone ask a question about that. That's basically openings that Levy and I did a tier maker list on for a YouTube video many years ago, where we talked about the moves that beginners or openings that beginners should play. So that's what it's based around, to give you guys an idea of what the best openings are for beginners. Yeah. Okay, that's a mistake. You should have played d5. Now I get a big center here. This is actually a little bit like the beginner speed run here, because I'm getting a lot of the same kind of attacks here. I want to tell you there are a lot of Arab viewers that watch you. That's awesome. I didn't know that actually. That's nice. Bornik just won his first game. Okay, we'll be covering that a little bit later on. There are many games. Let's go check and take the knight. So I go check, I take the knight next move, and it's very, very good. When you go play professional chess, how big a part of your profits go to flights, travels, and other costs? I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers lately because I'm not a professional chess player anymore. So I'm gonna take the knight here. I can take and go mate and 1 on h7. Play queen h6. Let's go check, checkmate. There we go. Oops, there goes the pawn. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll cover the we'll cover the Olympic stuff after this after we finish our arena in about 23 minutes. So I don't know what the format is for the Olympic thing, but we'll cover it. Go bishop g7 and castles. Can play knight c6 here and play e5. Play e5 here. Go knight e7, knight e7 and f5 here. Play e4 here. Are you a Federer and Nadal guy or Sampras guy? I'm definitely let's take the rook here and go bishop g7 back. I would definitely say I'm a I was a Nadal guy out of the three. In terms of a Sampras or Agassi, I always liked Agassi more than a Sampras. Sampras seemed too cold. Let's take with a pawn and play bishop f5. Let's go bishop f5 and take simple King's Indian. Yeah, let's play knight takes f5. Okay, let's go knight e7 back. Let's go h6 here and play g5 and knight g6. Let's go g5 and knight g6. Actually, after bishop g3, I can also go f5 here and just take. I feel like Hikaru is more like Suarez. I mean, I don't follow soccer super closely. Yannick Sinner is going to win 10 slams. No, he's not. Carlos Alcaraz might win 10 plus slams. Sinner is not winning 10 plus slams. I'm sorry. I don't know what planet you live on, but there's no chance of that happening. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you said Alcaraz, sure, but Sinner, I mean, I feel like Sinner is too tall and too lanky, frankly. I mean, that's like just in general. Let's take the bishop and play queen d4. Okay, let's keep going. Next game. I don't think it's disrespectful when people keep playing on losing positions. No. Why did Dubov disappear? Probably because Dubov can't play tournaments because he's Russian. I mean, most organizers don't want Russian players in tournaments these days because of what's going on. So let's play d5. Simple structural here. Simple structure. Are we doing MasterChef much later on? Maybe. So I'm playing a typical typical Queen's Pawn opening here. I'll take on d4. Good night 6. Jan being an exception. Well, he's also the highest ranked Russian player by far. Is it fair to Russian players? No, but at the end of the day, I mean, there's no happy answer. I mean, there's no happy answer. I don't know what you guys want me to say. Like, of course it's unfair to the Russian players, but at the same time, look at people. There are people who are losing their lives, and you know, I mean, obviously, like individuals can't overthrow the government or make changes themselves, but nonetheless, I mean, someone has to pay the price for it, and so it does make sense that, you know, it's the athletes who pay the price. Play 97. I want to go bishop f5 and trade off these light square bishops. I'm not saying that I agree with it, but I think like somebody has to get punished for it, and that's what I feel like it is. Just take with a knight here. Yeah, bishop d2 here. I'm gonna go knight e4. Look at D's knights, they're jumpy here. It's a shame Dubov was fun to watch. Well, I mean, there's actually two very promising juniors who aren't basically playing right now, who I think are very have bright futures ahead of them, but probably won't have the opportunities simply because they're from Russia and Belarus. This is take and take. Yeah. I mean, I think that the two players I'm referring to are, of course, Vladimir Murzin from Russia and of course Vladimir Murzin from Russia and Denis Lazovic from Belarus. Both very strong junior players, very talented, and I don't think either of them is going to have a chance to play the way they should because of the countries that they represent. Let's see. I mean, D's knights are good, so I want to keep D's knights on the board. I'll put the knight on d5, maybe put the knight on e3 here. It's queen e1. I don't want to trade. I'm going to keep D's knights on the board. Did I see a Reddit post about Karyakin playing Russian soldiers? No. Do I really care? No. Artemiev, another player, is very good. Couldn't they move countries again, you guys? That's like being very naive. I mean, expecting someone to just pick up and move countries, like, it's just not that simple for most people. Go here, use D's knights. I'll go knight f4 here now. Again, D's knights very active. Let's go here again. He can't dodge it. Yeah, D's knights are just jumping all up everywhere here. Let's go here. Knight d3, knight h3, knight g2, knight g4, knight d5. Yeah, D's knights are too powerful. Knight d3, massive threat too. He actually dodges it temporarily, so I'm gonna go. How do I do this? I guess I'll go check. I think I'll just go back and put the knight on d5 and then activate the kebab. Knight g3 is a good move, but I'll play h5 with queen h3. I can take, go here, hit both pawns, take, activate the tower. Let's play e4 here. Same guy, Zeroy. Okay, I'm gonna play just standard Scotch opening. This is an opening that I think beginners should play quite a bit, by the way, because it's very active. It opens up the diagonals, and as long as you know how to dodge the classic 6-move checkmate, which XQC did not know how to dodge, I think it's a very good opening choice generally, because it's just you activate the bishop's open center. Very easy piece placement. Am I saying in Florida forever? Probably not, but we'll see. Castles. Or king f8 rather. I'll castle here. What do you think about the future of Pragnananta? I think as far as Pragnananta goes, I think that I think the future is very bright for him. Where it goes, who knows? Let's play rook e1 and hit the queen, maybe rook e8. There's queen f5. I can play queen e2. I can play rook e4. I can also play bishop e4. I guess I'll play b4 here, try to activate my pieces here. So I can now take the pawn. I hit the rook and I threaten a classic checkmate as well with rook e8. I guess I'll go bishop e2 maybe. Any thoughts on Mishra? Also very strong player, but I think it's too early to tell with almost any of them how far they'll go. Now I open up this great diagonal. That's why my pieces are really well placed here. I'm just gonna take. Now I have rook e8, which is also a big threat. I also have bishop e4. I should be winning here. I'll go here. I can activate the queen, activate the knight. I'm just gonna go here and hit the pawn maybe. Looks very strong. I just take, knight holds the bishop, no squares for the queen to move to target the bishop. I should be winning. I just take and I move the king up. Wow, that's a bit extravagant. Now I swing the queen. Good check. Threatening mate in Uno with queen e7 as well. Swing that queen, baby. Swing the queen. Yeah, there's too many checkmates. They're lobster pincers, they're forks, everything collapses. They should make a movie about what Ding Liren did. I mean, that's not a movie that's, again, it's not to belabor the point, but if it was an American player, you'd see a movie, absolutely. But I mean, nobody's gonna really be all that attracted to a story about a Chinese player. Again, I throw him to play b5 here and bishop e7. Go e6 and c5 here. What young talents do you think are the most promising juniors? Well, I said what they are. I think of course there's they're the two. There's Russian Belarusians I would mention. There's Prague, Arjun, Gukesh. I mean, I think Gukesh is objectively the one who has the best chance of getting to the top. So that's what I would say. Say Western instead of American. Actually, I don't think that's what it is. I think it would have to be an American player. I don't think that anybody would care that much if it was a Canadian player. I'm just being honest. They wouldn't. It could be a Canadian player. They're not going to care that much. It would have to be an American player. Just like if it's a German player, that's nice and fine, but okay, nobody's going to care then either. It would have to be an American. So I'm not wrong saying American versus Western. Let's go rook c8, put pressure on his pawn on c2. Have I watched the new interview with Kasparov? It's mainly about Russian politics. No, I haven't. I mean, I'll listen to Gary when he talks about chess. Gary talking about Russia and politics is like, doesn't interest me at all. I mean, because as people know, Gary believes in a rather, let's say questionable world theory. He believes in something that frankly I think has been debunked and it's just fake about like world history and the timeline of events that have happened. So yeah, it's sketchy at best. Yeah, I mean, Gary believes in this new chronology, which basically argues that all the events historically happen like hundreds or thousands of years later than they did. So he's basically saying history like pretends these events happened like 2,000 years ago instead of like 300 years ago. Is the short gist of it. Let's play bishop e5, target the pawn on c3. Yeah. Lavella, what? Yeah, if you look the new chronology, you guys, it's new chronology. Yeah, new chronology by Fomenko. Gary is one of the biggest proponents of that, and let's just say it's borderline like fake. So it's yeah, it's a pseudo historical conspiracy theory proposed by Anatoly Fomenko. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. They say Fomenko's historical ideas have been universally rejected by mainstream scientists, historians, and scholars who brand them as pseudo-history, pseudo-archaeology, and pseudo-science, but were popularized by former world chess champion Garry Kasparov. Billington writes the theory might have quietly blown away in the wind tunnels of academia if not for Kasparov's writing in support of it in the magazine Ogonion. So yeah, I mean, let's play 94 here. Yeah. So you didn't know about that? Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily something that's known super well, but yeah. Let's go a5 here and play like bishop a6 and queen f6. Yeah, you learn something new every day, don't you? Let's play knight c3. Scientology is real though. Yeah. Let's just go queen f6 here, hit the knight. I'll play e5, hit the knight, build a big black center. When is my schizo art coming? Unfortunately for anybody who's hoping for that, it's never coming. I just say and go knight c3 back. Yeah. Do I think I can still improve my chess? Absolutely. I think if I could magically implement Alpha Zero into my chess, I would. No, Gary never brought up when I worked with him, so I'm sure Gary knew better than to bring it up. But yeah, he did not try to. We didn't have some like. We didn't sing Kumbaya. We didn't sing Kumbaya, hold hands, and talk about like, you know, ancient Rome only happened 500 years ago. We didn't do that, you guys. But anyway. That's actually a very funny mental image now that I think about it though. Let's play d5. Yeah, let's go c5 and knight c6. Yeah, the very thought about it is pretty hilarious. Let's take and go a6 here and play knight c6 so they can't play bishop b5 and move the knight. I'm just gonna go after the queen. I'm attacking her. Knight c6, queen has to move. Maybe I even go knight e7, knight g6. Since it's the French and the pawns here, I can't develop normally. Take. I'm just going to develop, pretend I'm not up a queen. Go here, trade off the knight for the bishop. I think I'm just going to give back the queen here, but I mean, I really shouldn't. Okay, let's take the bishop. I'm 500. I wouldn't have done this. Like I said, that's what we call the effect of the powerful moves, the time usage. You put the pressure on your opponent and they'll make these mistakes if you can only play like Hikaru. Now of course that's easier said than done, obviously, but yes, if you could play like me, use the same time usage, move with confidence the way that I do, you would receive the same blunders in the games that you play, but unfortunately you can't. So that's why even when people see these games, they're like, wait, but no 1700 would do this against me. It's because it's pure confidence, the time usage, the power of the moves. They feel that power and they blunder. All right, we'll play one more after this, then we're going to cover the Olympics. We're going to get back to maybe Blitz, maybe like maybe the speed run, some other stuff as well. Maybe I'll play some variants today, actually, because I haven't played variants, and in variants I will lose some games and people get bored just watching me win every game. So I think I'll maybe do some duck chess later. Yeah. Central to Fomenko's new chronology is his claim of the existence of a vast Slav Turk empire called the Russian Horde, which played a dominant role in Eurasian history before the 17th century. Yeah. So let's go queen c3. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what I should say. Go e5, e4 here. So if takes, I just take. I can go bishop g4. Let's take, play bishop g4 here and go from there. So keep rolling. Let's see what we get from the killer Coom here. He plays king f1. Let's play bishop h3, play bishop c5. Okay, last game we'll move on in a second. Actually, play one more quick one. Check, and I think there's just mate. Yeah. By the way, go Lakers. Indeed. Lakers play tonight against who exactly? They play against who do they play against? I don't know who they play against. The Warriors, right? Put pressure on the center of the board. Bishop g5, h3, c3. I'll just play a3. I want to keep the bishop on this diagonal here. Yeah, let's go Lakers, right? Yeah. Nobody wants the Warriors to win. I mean, we're all sick and tired of them. Play bishop g5 here. Maybe like queen e2 and c4. What happened to the Pro Chess League? Pro Chess League will be happening in about a week. It feels like it's been forever since I last played in it, honestly. Now I'm trying to aim for c4, but also put pressure on the diagonal. Queen supports the c4 push, so that's why the queen's good here. So yeah, you can't stand LeBron. I mean, you don't have to like LeBron, but LeBron's pretty good. Of course everyone's rooting for the Lakers. I mean, goes c5. I'll play d5 here. There's so many chess events. Yeah, there are too many chess events, actually. That's the one thing I will say, is that obviously the boom's been very good in a way, but it's also, I think, lowered the quality of top level chess, because everybody's playing too many tournaments now, and people don't have the same amount of time to prepare and study the way that they once did. So I think the quality actually of top level chess is significantly lower than it was before the pandemic, which is definitely strange, but I do actually believe that. I think there are too many events, people are playing too many tournaments, there's no time to study, and so I think the quality actually has gone down significantly in top level chess. So yeah, maybe that's a hot take. I don't know, maybe people think that's a hot take, but yeah, I think there are too many tournaments. Says the pro tournament plays too much chess. Well, I'm not a pro chess player, though. There's a different, I mean, it's good for earning more, I guess. Well, not I guess, it is just good for earning more, absolutely, but the quality, I think, has definitely gone down, because there are actually just too many tournaments for people to play in. I was about to blunder, so let's go here. This is actually a blunder, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's got that moving. See if I can swindle him. Let's take. Competitions back-to-back retain audience attention. If there's a theme, yes, but if there's not a theme, then no. But yeah, no, he's playing well. I mean, knight d4 is just a bad move. I knew it was wrong when I played it, but it's what it is. Let's go check at knight d6. Let's hook the knight here with knight f7 tricks, and it's a little bit scary now for black suddenly. A little bit scary. Where did I fly yesterday? What? Fly? What? I didn't fly anywhere. Oh, I didn't fly anywhere, you guys. I have family in town, so I had to go to the airport and pick up someone. But I wasn't flying. Let's go queen g5 and takes. Let's take. Not the best move, but it's still a move. Okay, I guess I'll take and take. Checkmate. There we go. All right, I'm taking a short break. Go over to the restroom. We'll come back and cover the online chess Olympic series. So give me a second.